Welcome back to One Consciousness. This week, the intensity is rising, and we are talking about reaching into your heart and pulling out another side of you, the intuitive, reflective side, where your own sacred wisdom lies. We all have it, but so many have lost touch with it or are out of touch with the depth of themselves. Society trains us to work on more shallow, logical levels, not to access the deeper parts of us that embrace our own divinity. So many throw these words around like divinity, but what do they actually mean? Our own divinity, our own unique way of accessing sacred information and how we relate to the universe, the cosmos. It is in your heart. So much richness is in there. Most of us never even start to touch on those depths. But this is time now to reclaim that part of ourself that knows, that absolutely knows. That side of ourselves that communicates directly with the trees, the animals, the universe, with everything we partner with in life. Connection resides there, and our means of connecting. Not through words, often they distance us, but in our hearts, we are all equal and unique. There's rich, vast restructuring of society that's happening now, and feeling the undercurrents on a scale that we have never experienced before. How many people do you know, or maybe you yourself are experiencing extreme turbulence in a part of your life? Know that we are all part of the whole, part of the universe, and that what happens in the universe is reflecting in what is happening in us, and vice versa. The tectonic plates are opening. Seismic activity is increasing. Solar flare activity upgrading us is increasing. So is it any wonder that as we are a part of this huge restructuring, that we are feeling the changes in our bodies too? Many are asking questions now about communicating with the animals and nature. Something inside is longing for that deep connection again. Searching for greater consciousness, the awareness is growing that everything has a thriving intelligence in it. But how do we understand it, this thriving intelligence, from our human way of looking at it? The awareness can't be reached through logical thinking. Many of the communications with animals and nature may appear very ethereal, but your heart will understand at some level what they are saying. Information they give us can sound very simple at first, but it is often multi-layered. So what you understand on one level one day may be simple, but then the complexities of what they have said start to reverberate around your heart until a knowing drops into you at some point down the line. Aha, that is what they meant. So, on to the message this week from the animals. Firstly, from one of my cats, and then on to a group meeting this week with them all. The mystery of life is coming home to who you are. The cliff is there, and it's enticing. Yes, the cliff to jump from, metaphorically. The angst and the unrest, it's unsettling, especially for those who are so hypersensitive. And the need to stay in your sane lane over the coming weeks and months is absolutely key. Define your sane lane. This is so important. What do you absolutely need to be present right now in your life to keep you sane when all around you is collapsing and crumbling? We all feel it, whether consciously or subconsciously, and we feel it all the time. There is no getting away from it. And moving on to the meeting of animals this week. They say the circle of life spins around. It spins on its axis at times like these. The upheaval is so great, but what will come from it will be wondrous. We keep on asking you to expand your vision of what is possible and keep expanding it. Expand your vision every day of what might be possible. Help yourself by constantly expanding your vision. The daily troubles can cause you to contract. Do not allow this to happen. The daily troubles will soon be over as we reach into the new earth. The axis is spinning, and once it has reached its new location, then the flares will take hold and will enter the grid and enlarge the gateway to the new earth. The solar flares are firing down on us, constantly coming in to upgrade us. Those feelings of nausea, dizziness, headaches, tingling in the legs and arms can be attributed to them. The fluttering of your heart. It's important to discern when you need medical help and when these effects are the effects of the upgrades. The spinning is causing the nervous system upgrades, giving rise to a great deal of tension in your system and in your body. Keep on looking up to the skies. Get your inspiration from the energy you feel cascading through you from the activity in the sky. There will be more volcanoes, more earthquakes, as the axis tilts and the tectonic plates move. The Earth's crust has to release the toxins embedded in it and be open and receptive to all the new energy from the solar flares. Envisage the upgrades hitting down into the earth and the new energy created rising back up into the atmosphere. Feel safe and grounded in the process, for it is intensifying now by the day. You may feel the same process happening in your own body, and that all of the toxins and the toxic emotions from the past are being released so that you can fill your body with the new light energies. Be mindful of these toxic energies being released and try not to get caught in the intensity of their release. Many repressed emotions from our childhood may be released at this time. So let them go with love. Do not attach to these emotions, for the intensity can become too great. But instead, step back, observe, and reflect, and wish them well as they release. This is such an intense process. There is no way of denying that. It is happening all over the world and will feel often as though we are in a pressure cooker about to explode. Know that the underlying and all-consuming process is so deep and will change everything. The time is now, and the time is right and ripe for this process. The same process is happening within us as it is within Gaia, the earth, and the same as it is within the whole of the universe. Its intensity can be overwhelming. Find a spiritual practice that you can turn to when you need to. In the Northern Hemisphere, go for a walk in nature and marvel at all the buds appearing on the plants and trees, which is so symbolic this year of the intense process, unleashing the new. Sit and listen to the birds, and listen to the sound of the trees and the comforting, synonymous sounds of nature. And remember, we are all in this together. The might of the change is upon us now. And the word might here meaning strength or force. So just to repeat this now, we are all in this together. And the might of the change is upon us now. Thank you for listening to this video today. And if you've enjoyed it, then please do like, share, and subscribe.